we're back here again with Tony. Now, here's the thing that we're going to talk about today: how to not pay more over markup. So the MSRP. How do I save money? Right? That's what we want to know. All right. So let's talk about the thing, and we talked about this on the videos as well. It's a pretty big topic. Is the MSRP, most special reasonable price?
Close. Manufacturer suggested retail price.
Retail price. Okay, so tell me how do I, as a consumer, kind of protect myself, or how do I know if dealership aren't kind of screwing me, right? How do I not pay more? How do we do it?
No, absolutely. First of all, when you're taking a look at a brand new vehicle, you want to take a look at the manufactured suggested retail price sticker, the one right from the manufacturer. It's on every new vehicle.
Now, how do I know this is not your sticker? Like, how do I know this is not something you guys made, or how do I know this is a real one?
That's a good question. All the manufacturer stickers are essentially, it doesn't matter what manufacturer it is, are built basically the same way. They'll have a list of all the standard equipment, they'll have a list of all the optional equipment, and then a total value at the end, along with the fuel economy and safety ratings adjacent to it. So it'll give you a lot of information, like where it was built, so on and so forth.
And I've seen that before too, because these all kind of look the same. It's got the Canada official thing, it's got the Ford, like doesn't even say Orchard Ford on any of it, right?
It actually does.
Oh, at the bottom here. Oh, sold to. Oh, like that's good to know. So this is like almost an invoice for a car, the original receipt. Perfect. Okay. So why is that important to know this versus something else, like your website, or what? Why is this important?
Good to know, because customers need to know what their starting point is. They need to know, first of all, what is the value of the vehicle and what are the options inside? What are they paying for, right? Past that, they also need to know things like what are my discounts? What are the incentives available from Ford Motor Company or from the provincial or federal governments, depending on whether it's a clean energy vehicle, because sometimes there's rebates for electrified vehicles, and there's also what they call delivery allowances from the manufacturer.
Okay, so let's break that up. So we have rebates. Okay, let's talk about the rebates. We'll talk about the delivery afterwards. So you get a rebate. How do I find out? Here's what I'm asking: who's lying? Right? I mean, where do I look at? Who's giving me a piece of paper? Where do I look at to get the right info?
Other than Orchard Ford, your best source is Ford.ca.
Okay.
It's the best source right there. It'll tell you exactly what the rebates are available and what delivery allowances are available as well.
Got it. Okay, so you want to check out that to come in before you come to the dealership to make sure that they're aligned. Now, is there some place where I go to a dealership website and I go to the Ford website and they're not aligned?
Well, not with Orchard Ford.
Right.
So definitely not with us, but you can definitely check with Ford.ca just to see exactly what is available, basically, at the end of the day. So definitely good to check. Come in and talk to the dealership, though. That's always one of the best things to do, is talk to the dealer, find out what, ask them what incentives are available. Not all vehicles qualify for the same incentives, so you have to, for each particular vehicle, you will have to ask the question.
Got it. Okay. And you mentioned, the delivery allowances as well. So anything, you basically want to always go to the Ford main website, go from there. Okay, so be an educated buyer, right? And that's how you're gonna see what you're not going to get different markups that you don't understand.
And like I said before, with some of the other clean energy vehicle rebates, incentives, you go onto the Canadian website, clean energy vehicle website, and try and source some of the information from there. There is provincial, there is federal, so you got to separate the two.
So that's why my mom always told me to do my homework. I don't know. I'm still working on that. Okay, so what about accessories? Like, I remember too, when I got a truck, I got the tonneau covers, and how is there certain markups on accessories too that we don't know?
Absolutely. So anytime you buy anything from a bug deflector to a set of floor mats or a box line or whatever, it always pays to just do a little bit of homework, check around and see who has what, and making sure that the product, first of all, is right for your particular vehicle, and it's not a generic floor mat or a generic hood deflector. With Ford, you're always going to everything that you buy as far as an accessory is concerned is warranted. So there is warranty that comes with the Ford ones, but you still want to check around to some of the other, suppliers out there just to see what are the prices. You got to keep everything kind of in line. From Ford dealership to Ford dealership, there should be consistency. Right. If you check another Ford dealership, we should all have about the same prices for our accessories.
Yeah.
It's set by Ford. Yep.
So, and the last one that we're going to talk about too, I think it's about how about used vehicles, right? Is there a markup? Is there a difference? Like, how do I, what's some best practices for that one?
Absolutely. In the case with Orchard Ford, we have basically our retail price for our used, and that's kind of what the market is suggesting we sell it for. We always like to give customers an incentive, so we always put our internet pricing on our website, the price that you are expecting to pay when you walk into the door. Be careful when you walk into some other dealerships because you may see a price that they have on the lot, and then you pay that price, but then you check the internet later and oh my goodness, I found my vehicle for $2,000 less than the same lot. They just didn't tell you about the discount. Make sure that you do your research, do your due diligence, check the internet, ask the dealer, and like I said, with Orchard Ford, we are very transparent. What you see is what you get.
Fantastic. All right. And there you have it. So those are the fees that you don't want to be paying for. So again, do your homework, do the research, go to the main websites, and stay an informed buyer.